And welcome back to the Next Guy Up podcast, where all of us are losers this weekend. Welcome to the party.
Losers.
If you've listened for any amount of time, you know that all of our teams lost, and so if you're here just to listen to what we have to say, welcome, I guess. There should be some fun stuff talked about. I think some fun conversations. Tins he has a good attitude about it.
Really good attitude.
And we're excited to get to break down some football. There was some fun football, even though our games did not turn out the way we hoped. There was a lot of football to talk about, and we're here as a service to the community, and so we're still going to come. We're still going to provide you the content that you need to stay up to date. We're going to review all the games, as painful as it might be. That's what we do around here,
Mm-hmm.
How are we doing, fellas?
Listen, we're doing great. Here's the thing. One day there won't be any more football. Football will be over. No one will be here to watch it. But you know what will never leave? Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew is a staple of America. It's not going anywhere. And here's the thing about Mountain Dew is they are always coming out with new flavors. And so today, live on the pod, we're doing a test of our brand new Mountain Dew cherry lemon. So that's the red and yellow one. Mountain Dew trolley gummy worm. Mason can't eat these because it's red. He can't eat red things. But here
trolley. What makes it the trolley? Oh,
it's like the gummy worm.
Gummy worms.
All
Look
right.
at the can. Here we go.
I see it.
Wow, this is exciting. We didn't even know this was going to happen.
Wow, this is it's a pretty good soda. I'd say that's 7.7. It's a good backup to Code Red.
Pretty good.
Speaking of backups, Jake Browning must be the most amazing backup quarterback in the world. I hate this guy. Jake Browning, I know you listen to a podcast. I listen to a podcast you also listen to. You're going to get a shout out over there. I have to listen to it. I hate you. I hope this finds you. All you do is ruin my life. The last time the Jaguars were good 2 years ago, we were 8-3 on Monday Night Football, and you replaced Joe Burrow for injury, and you guys killed us. And then today we're winning. We're having a great day. We hurt Joe Burrow. And then what happens? You come in, you throw 3 interceptions. It doesn't even matter. You still win. So Jake Browning, just like Mountain Dew Trolley Cherry Lemon, is a good backup to Mountain Dew Code Red. Jake Browning is an amazing backup to Joe Burrow. So congrats.
That's true. Wow. That was incredible, Tins.
How do I even follow up with that?
Yeah, Mason, how are you? Where's your
I'm good. Hold on, let me go to the fridge. Let me pick out a soda that no one's heard of before.
It's because
just
new.
It's just
brand new.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're cutting edge.
Does it taste like gummy worms? Yes or no?
Yeah, it does. It does taste like the gummy worms are pretty good. They're actually sugar free. Let me see if you can drink this. Carry on while I read. Red 40. It's right there. You can't have it. Instant death for Mason.
Instant.
Okay.
Forever. Yep. Go ahead, Zach.
That was great.
I figured I'd give the people what they need because people care more about Mountain Dew than they do football. Like, who cares? Football, who cares? Like, I've not been looking forward to football summer waiting for it to come back. No, I've been waiting for this stupid Mountain Dew to come out, and it's really good, and I'm really happy. I'm really pumped up.
Yeah, I'm also pumped up. Tins suffered from the classic backup quarterback bump when they come in the middle of a game. Everyone knows that they got the juice. It is what it is.
Like, couldn't the Saints have offered this guy some money to come be their starter instead of Spencer Rattler, so then I don't have to deal with him today? Like, no, what do we do?
Once they've played a game, it's gone. It's only for one game.
No, Jake.
How the quarterback bump works.
I hate Jake Browning.
You're saying the backup quarterback bump? Because remember, we went through this last year with Malik Willis.
Yes, or a new quarterback. Yeah, it's like Josh Dobbs has pulled it off. Jameis Winston is famous for this. He's kind of made a career out of it at this point. You come in and your first game, you look incredible. You got the juice. Everyone's pulling for you. But then your second game, it's much worse. So Tins just fell trapped to the quarterback bump.
He didn't have the juice. He threw 3 interceptions. The refs had the juice for him on we'll get to that. We'll get to that. I'll hold
The
back for a
defense
second.
doesn't have their like film on ready to go. They've prepared for Joe Burrow, not for Jake Browning to be mediocre. And
It's because teams come
it's
in,
just
they're
enough.
like when the backup quarterback comes in because of an injury, they get all conservative because oh, it's the backup quarterback. He's not good. He's still in the NFL. It's not like the backup quarterbacks Spencer Rattler or Mac Jones, like a terrible backup quarterback who can't actually do anything.
They're starters in the NFL.
Okay, hey, Mac Jones got the win today, so
no one cares. Yeah. No one cares. The NFL is gonna go away.
It will eventually.
What does he mean?
Mountain Dew never will.
But Mountain Dew's never going anywhere.
Okay. Well, we got a lot of analysis for you today, everybody. We're pretty excited. We are going to go through some of our categories, talk about the best of the weekend, the worst of the weekend. We already have gotten to some of the worst of the weekend, so early in the episode, feel good about that. We got that out of the way. We're also we have a big announcement. Our next best of the rest game, where we're going to travel to watch this game live, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about it, Mason.
Yep. Tennessee Tech? Oh.
Not Tennessee Tech. Let's go ahead and announce it now. We have chosen our best of the rest. We're gonna give a little bit of analysis of the last week's best of the rest game. The best of the rest series is traveling to Miami, Ohio.
Let's go
for a huge game. UNLV at Miami, Ohio. 3.5 point spread. There's some fun teams there. UNLV is up there in contention for a G5 playoff spot. Dan Mullen and the boys, he's got them cooking. We are excited to break that game down for you. Do we want to just go ahead and recap last week's best of the rest?
Yeah, let's talk about it a little bit because it was a fun game.
Yeah,
and our breakdown was pretty right.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. I mean, we gave out the bet. It was kind of a thing where we
gave out a bad bet.
Yeah. Well, we liked the over, but it had moved so much from when we first looked at it. We would have been fine to still give it out anyway.
I know, we got scared.
And we did say that on the pod. We said we liked the over, but we didn't make it our official bet. We made it a field goal in the first half bet, which they hit one.
They should have hit two. They got scared.
Well, the quarterback for App State threw like two red zone picks. So one of those could have been a field goal for sure. But
definitely
it ended up being a fun game. I watched a little bit of the first half towards the end, just seeing if maybe we get a field goal, and then a little bit at the end just to see what was going on because I did bet the over anyway. So still got that.
Just a little bit of if we wanted a little bit of a breakdown just to see how it went. USM ended up winning 38-22. If you remember correctly, I said that I felt like their quarterback was going to have a big day. Braylon Braxton, Sunbelt Offensive Player of the Year at the beginning. He ended up with 280 and 2 touchdowns, and he also ran for 27 yards. He did the one pick, but he ended up getting the win. So he had a pretty good day. I don't know if you can bet him Sunbelt Player of the Year, but
might be a look.
Might be worth it. Yeah, but we're excited. I think it's been a fun series so far. Just getting to dive into some teams you don't normally get to see. We are going to hit Tulane at some point because they are the overwhelming favorites from the G5 at this point. I think they're like plus 380. They're on bye week this week, and they play Oklahoma 2 weeks from now.
Ooh,
fun game. Could be a very fun game. So that could be a big one. But we are excited to continue that series. We have another we've launched a couple new segments this season. Here's a new segment. Should that field have gotten stormed? We did have a field storm yesterday, so it's time to break it down. Should it have gotten stormed? Georgia Tech takes down Clemson. Big game. Clemson or Georgia Tech all of a sudden has picked up a couple big wins already, looking pretty frisky. Taking down Clemson, who is now 1-2 on the season, and their one win was against Troy. It was not pretty. Clemson's not great. Storm the field. Personally, I think that's a good field storm. You're Georgia Tech. You're playing Clemson. I think that's the equivalent of maybe like. I mean, Clemson is a perennial powerhouse. Obviously, they were down a little bit last year. Georgia Tech had a good season. I think that might be all for Georgia Tech's Field Storms, though. I think they're done. They've had 2 big wins this season. I think if they beat Georgia, no Field Storm. I think they're done. At this point, you're good. Everyone knows you're a good team. It's not a surprise anymore. You're going to be like a top 15 rated team, probably. I'm not sure where they came out in today's rankings, but they should be if they're not. Maybe top 10 at this point. No more Field Storms. That's my take.
They shouldn't storm the field versus Temple.
Nope. They're done.
I put this in the group text. I said, act like you've been there before. They were only a 3-point underdog. It wasn't like insane, like 20-point upset underdog type of situation. I just
it is Clemson though. It's like if you're a mid-level
good this season. I don't know.
Not this season, but they've been good for a long time.
They've ran the
beat
conference.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
Georgia Tech also, they do get to play Georgia later on. That's like a neutral site, I think, though, right? So they have some big games, but I think that was their one. I think that's like a nice in-conference rival. I feel okay about it.
It's at Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Yeah, I think that one is a neutral site typically. So, but congrats to Georgia Tech. Big win for the boys.
Huge win.
All of a sudden, that Georgia Tech team is looking pretty good. Haynes King. Good football player.
Good football player. No one said he's a great passer of the ball, but he's a good football player.
Doesn't have to be.
Makes things happen.
Okay. Do we want to jump into categories? You guys have anything else before we get there?
Nope. Let's category it up.
Okay, so remember our new rules for categories as we go through these. If we've all established our list, if we overlap with any of the other 2 guys, we get a point at the end of the season. Whoever has the most points will have a punishment. Tens and I both have 1 point. Mason is 0 because he's a coward.
He is a coward.
All right, ready?
Wow. I know how to play the game.
No, that's all right.
Some of us want to provide good content to the people. Some of us want to pick Idaho State performance
and call Michigan our fraud of the week.
Listen, I was not wrong. They lost the next. We're not doing this. We've already established that they are. So let's continue.
Okay. Game of the week. Mason, you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll start us off.
Okay.
I have Cowboys, Giants, in Dallas. 5 lead changes in the 4th quarter. George Pickens does a beautiful flat route catch with 52 seconds left. You think Cowboys are going to win the game? And then Malik Neighbors catches a 48-yard touchdown catch with 25 seconds left. And then they're only down by 3. Oh, wait, Cowboys kicker goes in. Aubrey kicks a 64-yard field goal to bring it to overtime. Overtime was kind of a little bit of a, like, nobody was really doing anything. But then Aubrey went to kick a 46-yard field goal to win the game, 40-37. Russell Wilson looks like Seahawks Russell Wilson, 400 yards, over 400 yards passing, and Scattaboo was became the main back with a touchdown and got a majority of the reps for the Giants. So, yes, Tens, why'd you throw your hands up?
Just stop talking about Russell Wilson. He might be someone's stuff later. What are you doing?
Oh, his stuff later.
Yeah, chill out.
I'm not allowed to talk about the quarterback on the team of the game of the week that I brought up.
No.
Okay,
my game of the week is Jags Bengals. I'm just kidding. It was a fun game though. No, my game of the week was a tragic heartbreaker, but I did pick Tennessee, Georgia. I thought we should talk about it a little bit here. Very fun game. Back and forth the whole way. Tennessee blasted out of the gate. An 8-play scoring drive to start, and then they went up 21-7. Offensively looked pretty incredible. Chris Brazzell, 3 touchdowns. Joey Aguilar, like 280 yards. He had a couple picks, but most of them weren't not really his fault. He had a really good game. Georgia, I mean, also looked pretty good. It really looked like two pretty good teams out there for most of it. Georgia picked on the cornerbacks who were injured, which is to be expected. That's what you would do if your team, both of their starting cornerbacks were out. It ended up in tragedy for Tennessee fans after a missed field goal at the buzzer that would have won it, and they lost in overtime. A truly heartbreaking game for me and for Tennessee fans everywhere. But at the same time, the new AP poll is out. We didn't drop it all. I think if anything, most of the country saw that some of the biggest question marks for the Tennessee team got answered. Quarterback position looks really good. Wide receiver position looks good. Defense still looks okay. I think there's some injury problems there, but other than that, they look pretty good. Offensive line looked very solid against a Georgia defensive line that typically is very good. So, all things considered, I think there is worse things that have happened to Tennessee. Georgia came out on a very, very, very tough road environment with a big win. So, across the SEC, I mean, I think there's potential this could be an SEC championship matchup if things fall the right way for Tennessee. I think both these are really good teams. It was a very fun matchup in Neyland Stadium that did not – one kick went the wrong way, but other than that, pretty fun game.
Yeah, I agree. I think Joey Aguilar really showed that he is the right quarterback for the system. I don't think we would look the same if Nico was here, to be honest.
Shame he's a one and done. Yeah, it's very Hendon Hooker like, and just you're plugging in an older guy into a system that may pick it up pretty quick, but they just have 1 year. That's just how the cookie crumbles. They're plugging old guys into systems, so we better make them count. I agree. He did things Nico never could have done. Shout out Nico, by the way. Lost his head coach, 0-3.
Tough. Making significantly less money.
Easiest bet of my life. I had New Mexico. Was a huge – the spread, by the way, 15 points, and they ended up winning by – what was it? By 15 points?
It was like 25-10 final. It was like gross.
34. It was 34.
Oh, 34. There you go. Not good.
Not good.
I think there's potential. I know the transfer portal window opens in a weird way if you lose your coach mid-season. So from what I've heard is like, because they've only played 3 games, a lot of the players could do like a red shirt and they could go ahead and like enter the transfer portal.
Oh,
so
please.
UCLA's season literally could be over. They could be 0-12. I think it's a real possibility. If Nico decides he wants to transfer, they could be cooked.
Well, if he decides to play, they'll be cooked.
Yeah, I mean they're probably cooked regardless. But if he leaves, I mean they're gonna be by far the worst team in the Big Ten. Like not even close.
By a lot. They might already.
Their schedule is hard. Yeah. So you love to see it for Nico and the boys over there. Pretty fun stuff.
Oh, I love it.
It's very funny. Okay, Tens, game of the week.
My game of the week was the Patriots versus Dolphins. Back and forth game. Patriots lose a game last week that many people, they were the favorites against the Raiders. Dolphins obviously get absolutely blown out by the Colts and are just the worst vibe team ever. Tyreek Hill is getting mad at reporters all week, asking him questions about why he hasn't caught a 30-yard pass in now over a year. Just he does not want to be there. Multiple blow-ups on the sideline today. Back-to-back special teams touchdowns. The Dolphins take a punt return 74 yards back for a touchdown, followed up by Antonio Gibson for the Patriots taking back a 90-yard kick return the following play. So special teams, fun game, back and forth. Patriots end up winning a close one. And we are one game closer to the Dolphins having the worst record in the league.
Yeah, that was a big one for the boys right there. Needed it.
And, that's just a bet that somebody on this podcast gave out in the middle of the summer.
True.
Didn't start talking about it after week 1, like some podcasters.
They might be competing against the Titans for that.
No. You guys are not the worst team.
I don't even think the Saints are the worst team. They still was like,
They're
I know it was
frisky
Mac
enough.
Jones and everything, but yeah, they're frisky enough.
They'll win a game or two. I don't know that the Dolphins will.
Stuff. Okay, next category. We have performance of the week. This is a player position group who had a particularly solid performance. Mason?
I have Diego Pavia. Is that how you say his last name?
Yep.
And Vanderbilt in general. I know it's like, do you just pick a player or is it player team?
Yeah, the slot. I mean, it can be whatever you want it to be.
Okay. Well, I was watching College Game Day, and Kirk Herbstreit was the only one to pick Vanderbilt. They were a 3-point underdog, and then they ended up winning outright. Quite a bit of it. Yeah.
31-10.
31-7. Or I have 31-7 on here. But
Oh, I'm wrong.
yeah, 31-7 against South Carolina in South Carolina. So I'm going to give it to Vanderbilt. 3-0 start.
Sellers got hurt.
That was after Sellers left.
Yeah. I kept looking at the box score and kept showing that a wide receiver was the leading passer. And I was like, what's going on in that game? And then I looked and Sellers got hurt. Yeah.
I hope you took Vandy over wins because they are looking pretty good, folks. I think I gave that one out. 4.5 over. So they're
one
3.
Away.
Yeah, they're looking pretty good.
Snapped a 16-game losing streak against South Carolina, by the way.
That's pretty good. Yeah, South Carolina, who was the preseason, they were getting a lot of hype. Obviously, Lenore Sellers, I mean, you can't help that. But even before that, they were not looking very good. And without Lenore Sellers, boy, they're going to struggle.
Yeah.
So
that was my game to watch. That was my game, to keep an eyeball on for Friday's episode or Thursday's episode because I wanted Sellers to come out and prove he was the Heisman candidate he's supposed to be. Hard to do that in the medical tent.
Very true. Okay, my performance of the week. This might have been my week 1 performance of the week, actually. Haynes King, we're back. Georgia Tech quarterback. This guy is electric. He basically put the team on his back. He had none of his numbers just do not look crazy, but if you watch the game, you understand kind of the impact he has. He just got the whole defense waiting around to see what he's going to do because he can run it. He has the ability to pass it. And he he just takes over the game when it gets to the crunch time. He's the guy you want with the ball. And it was fun to watch. Shout out Georgia Tech.
Shout out.
10s?
My performance of the week was Russell Wilson after a very bad week 1. They were already calling for Jackson Dart. This guy comes out, throws.
Some people still are.
Yeah, some people still are.
It's me.
I would definitely be if I still had him on my fantasy team, but I had to drop him, and Zach went and got him. Anyway, Russell Wilson, 450 yards passing, 3 touchdowns in a very back and forth game they could have definitely won, especially if they had a good running back who wasn't Cam Scatterbo, who's terrible. I don't know why he had a really bad fumble. I'm out on Cam Scatterbo.
He had a touchdown, I think, right? I don't know.
Yeah, 11 carries for 45 yards and a touchdown, but he had a fumble. He's just Peyton Hillis. That's who he is.
Oh yeah, on a video game though, pretty.
I know,
successful.
but I just I don't want to hear all this. Keep Tyron Tracy. He's really good. He catches a lot of passes, and I was
shocked by the snap percentage difference. Yeah, Scatterbo got the majority of the snaps, so. More than they did.
Yeah, I don't like that. I like Tracy. Yeah. I think Tracy should continue being the guy catching passes, But anyway, Russell Wilson just really kind of turned back the clock a little bit today. It would have been really awesome for him to pull out that win. But good to see old Russell Wilson still have a couple games in him like that.
Shout out. You gotta have a couple. Yeah. All right, Mason. We are looking at surprise of the week.
My surprise of the week is just kind of a fun fluke play. The Seahawks and Steelers kickoff that never got touched and returned in the end,
Pretty bad.
recovered in the end zone by the kicking team. This is I believe the rules got changed and they didn't understand, but usually if it does bounce into the end zone on a kickoff, it's just blown dead. But now that it got kicked into the, what do they call it, Tins? The landing zone. They call it the landing zone. So no one ever touched it and it got returned. So that was just a fun little surprise, random little thing for the. I've not seen a play like that ever happen. I think I did that once in Madden before, but I don't think I've ever seen a play like that happen. So,
as someone who bet on Steelers money line, I didn't think it was fun or cool.
True, it was pretty important.
Yeah,
I remember back in the day there was a play where a field goal got blocked, and everyone just kind of like went on with their business, and then someone picked it up and just ran it because it was actually a live ball. Like, it was one of those. It's like if everyone else is standing around, then it's like, okay, I guess it's fine, and then.
Yeah.
So heads
it's
up.
Probably it's probably like that. And then of course I wasn't around for this, but when the band was on the field and they like returned, what was it? Returned a kickoff or something. And the band was still on the field.
Yeah.
Ran into the trombone player.
Yeah.
The band is on the field. Electric. So I was actually going to pick Vanderbilt for this, but just for the sake of content, I'm going to change it to have something else to talk about because I want to touch on this game. So I'm changing it to the Florida Gators. I predicted they were going to have a comeback type week. They were going to cover the spread against LSU. They were going to be competitive because I didn't think they were as bad as I thought as they played against USF. Does anyone know how many interceptions that DJ Lagway threw?
So 4? No,
5 interceptions.
5, yeah.
Wow.
This final score is 20-10. It was not that close. LSU really played pretty safe and slow. They easily could have put up some more points on this one. This Florida team, boy, they do not look great, and so I honestly was just surprised. Like, I thought they were going to come back. I thought they were going to be competitive. We're going to show that it was kind of a fluky game. That was not the case. They look pretty bad. Lagway looked pretty bad. At least their schedule is super easy moving forward, right?
Right.
Let me tell you. I'm just going to read it. They go to number 4 Miami, who looks very good. They crushed USF. They've had a very good start to their season. Then they host Texas. They go to Texas A&M. They play Mississippi State. They play Georgia. And then they also have to play Ole Miss, Tennessee, and Florida State, number 7 ranked, to end the season. I mean, this could be a 4-8 football team, and it's not even that much. That's not a stretch at this point. They're 1-2.
Mm-hmm. It's tough.
They could be a 3-9 team, really. So surprise! I truly didn't think this was going to be the reality, but here we are.
Yeah, no, that's a good segue because I had DJ in my surprise of the week as well, but I'll just stick with I was gonna have him and Arch Manning. These are 2 guys going into the season, had some Heisman hype. A lot of people were hyping up DJ. A lot of people hyping up Arch Manning. He was the Heisman favorite going into the year, and he has not looked the part at all. He went 11 for 25, 1 touchdown, 1 interception for 114 yards against the mighty and powerful UTEP Miners. I don't know. This is just not the star-studded 5-star quarterback prospect that everyone thought coming into the season. So I'm surprised. I thought I was going to have to eat some crow on Arch Manning. I've been saying for a while that he was a 3-star with the last name Manning, so it made him a 5. So far, I'm right. And normally I'm pretty wrong about guessing these quarterbacks. Famously said Jay Daniels wasn't going to be very good. Now, sophomore slump might prove me a little bit right.
You did say CJ Stroud was going to have he wasn't very good. No, I don't know. We might be finding that out.
CJ Stroud's not been playing very well, has he? Stick with me long term, but
yeah, you throw Sellers in the mix, and all of a sudden your Heisman favorites to begin the season are not looking very good. Yeah, Sellers is obviously an injury, but at this point,
I think it's the quarterback for Oklahoma is
he's the favorite.
Yeah, he's the favorite, I think.
Or somebody else jumped up. I can't think of who he plays for.
There's just not a lot of running backs who are making huge waves right now. It's very quarterback heavy, but there's no one that's just sitting at the top kind of by themselves.
The Penn State guy who transferred, Bo Pilar, where is he playing?
Missouri.
Okay.
I don't see him on this list.
Okay. I thought someone said
John Mateer, Carson Beck, Dante Moore, Garrett Nussmeier.
Dante Moore is at Oregon. Nussmeier's LSU.
I put a future on Oregon. I'll just go ahead and it's plus 1,000
to win it all.
Yeah,
that look pretty good. Their path is easier than most. Their path to the playoffs is like almost guaranteed at this point.
Yeah,
so it's not a bad bet. Ohio State and Oregon are like essentially in the playoffs already.
Right, exactly. It's just crazy.
It really sucks, but it is the way the Big Ten is.
Penn State
when you only have one or two big games a year, and then you can lose two and still make the playoffs, it ends up. Guess what? You're going to make some teams basically be in the playoffs automatically. Okay. Are we down to fraud of the week?
I think so.
Oh boy, Mason. Fraud of the week.
So technically 10 sniped me, but I guess that's payback for me bringing up Russell Wilson already. I hate that we're using fraud of the week because I wish I could just change it to not who we thought they were.
Mason, that's how this is clickbait.
It's a little harsh. I know it is. What's going to happen is you all say all these things, and then I'm going to say Arch Manning is fraud of the week, and you're going to clip this in a thing, and I'm going to get a bunch of hate.
Texas fans will be mad at you. It's going to be funny.
But I don't want to recycle content, but I have different stats. August 30th, he was the favorite for Heisman. September 6th, he was 6th with plus 1,800. Saturday, he was plus 1,500, which was still tied for 6th. And then now he's plus 2,500, which it's also changed because I just looked, but it was tied for 9th. He had 10. Did you mention the 10 consecutive incompletions he had?
Nope.
That was like the first time that's happened in a really long time for any.
That's great. I mean, it's just like
quarterback.
I don't know. It's weird. Sark just isn't. It's like he doesn't trust him to throw the ball. And Josh,
he probably doesn't.
Our friend Josh brought up he thinks he's hurt. I don't care that he's then don't play like that.
Wow, got him
because he looks bad. I mean, he does. He just doesn't look like he can throw the football.
He's tied for 16th now at plus 3,500.
It's not good.
I think it's a good
Simpson
thing.
Has better odds.
Oh wow, that's bad. I think it's a good thing the Titans didn't listen to Zach about the double tank and tried the double tank for Arch.
That's a fact. I don't want him.
I know we were talking about fraud of the week, but real quick while I have the mic, the electric game that was my OLI for game of the week was that Notre Dame Texas Tech game.
Yeah, that was what
I stayed awake for
Texas
that.
A&M
or Texas A&M. Yes,
Mason, you don't get credit for staying awake on a Saturday night till like 8:30. You just don't.
41-40. We thought Notre Dame was going to win. I think there was like 18 seconds on the clock. That touchdown was electric.
It was awesome.
Still awake. I was still awake.
As a guy who bet Texas A&M last week and talked about it on the pod because I thought it was at Texas A&M, and then Zach broke the news to me that it was Notre Dame, and I was like, oh no, I'm in danger. Still won.
Well, while we're here, Notre Dame is my fraud of the week. So thanks, Mason, for the sniper pick that wasn't even yours, just because you wanted credit for staying up late. I hope you're happy. Notre Dame fraud of the week for me. 0-2. They've only played 2 games and lost both of them. They are winless right now in college football season.
What a shame.
So If you want to hear my real analysis, Notre Dame's played some pretty good teams. Their schedule gets much easier after this. They do have to travel to Arkansas, which is not that's low key a little bit going to be a fun game probably because Notre Dame will be fighting for its season. At Arkansas, as Tennessee learned last year, is not the easiest place to play for sure, and they're going to be hyped up for that game. But Notre Dame has lost to two very good teams, but they've still lost to them. So my clickbait version of this take is Notre Dame joined a conference. You schedule 2 or 3 kind of mediocre games a year, and now you lost 2 of them. You're cooked. Their playoffs committee is never going to let you in with 2 losses. The reality is they probably will anyways, unless they lose another one, which is a huge bummer for everyone involved. Notre Dame, I mean, they obviously had a good season last year. They've lost to Miami, we think is a good team. They've lost to Texas A&M at at Notre Dame. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's fair to call them frauds just yet, but I mean, they literally have not won a game yet. So, are they good? I don't know. Are they even decent? Haven't shown it yet. So, fraud of the week. Shout out to Notre Dame.
They are frauds. They're still gonna make the playoffs. They're going to go 10-2 and make the playoffs.
I have a bet. I took it. The last 3 years, I've taken the bet of Notre Dame will not make the college football playoff. I took it again last year, so I need them to miss it. I need there to be a bunch of 10-2 teams, and their resume is just not going to look very good compared to SEC resumes. Maybe it'll finally push them over the edge. Join a conference.
Never. We'll never
Probably
do
not.
It. All right. Well,
fraud of the week
is one Mr. Alan Eck. Now, you might be wondering who the heck is Alan Eck. Well, he's the head referee of the Jacksonville Jaguars versus Cincinnati Bengals football game today. This man is a fraud. No. He is a coward, and he is a terrible ref. Not only did he call back 2 strip sacks and say they were forward passes, which go look on Twitter. All the Twitter referee film breakdown guys will tell you they were not forward passes. Those were clean strip sacks. Should have got us the ball back twice.
Check Twitter.
There's some real people saying it. There's some real people. There's some people saying it that you should believe, saying these are bad calls.
Yep.
Alan Eck. Remember the name. If he's reffing one of your team's games, just know you're going to have a bad day. But also, they call one of the most egregious 4th down and long pass interference plays. Like, if you're going to call that on Travis Hunter, I'm sure everyone's probably seen it by now. It's going to get talked about. You'd have to call that on just about every play. Like, that is just as clean as it gets in the NFL. He gets his head around, he breaks up the pass, and we call pass interference, handing the Bengals the game. So, Alan Eck of Cummings, Georgia, born March 8th, 1969.
He's again right now.
He's been an NFL official since 2016. Before that, he was part of the Big 12 and Mountain Conference. Yeah, but he wasn't promoted to be a head official until 2023. This is only his 3rd game as a head official. So, way to go, buddy. And before that, he worked as an indirect tax manager for an Atlanta, Georgia-based construction and civil engineering company.
What did he do before that? Where did he go to college?
Money laundering. That's what I think he did. Who has their own tax guy for a construction company? You only do taxes once a year. His uniform number is 76. What a lame number. He played quarterback. Oh, he was so great. He played quarterback for the Bloomsburg University Huskies, where he holds the school record for most passes completed in a season with 194. Wow, you completed 194 passes in a whole season. You suck. So, Alan Eck.
What is happening right now?
Got him.
You are
Did
the
you give out his
fraud of the
address
week.
yet?
No, that'd be
Is his phone
doxing,
number on
and I'd
there?
go to jail.
You gave out everything else.
That's on his Wikipedia. That's just me sharing his Wikipedia page.
Oh man,
That's stuff right there. I think Jags fans and Tennessee Vols fans are actually like
Dangerous
adjacent.
online.
They're not that different.
They're not. There's a lot of comparisons. Here's the thing that gets said about Jags fans a lot. I think Vols fans, I mean, outside of the 98 national championship, we love something that has never given us any reason to like have joy or happiness about them. And so like, but we love them no matter what. Like I have a burning rage for this team. And so when I get scorned by a ref who called back 2 defensive touchdowns today on strip sacks and a bogus pass interference call, when their offensive linemen are holding almost every play on this fourth quarter comeback play. Yeah, no, get a little hot. I'm gonna get a little heated, and I'm gonna call Alan Eck the fraud of the week, and it's going up on TikTok. Clip it, Clipper.
Do you want to speak out on Brian Thomas Jr. at all, or?
Yeah, Brian Thomas getting a lot of heat online. I still believe in Brian Thomas, but he has been playing pretty soft these last 2 weeks. There's been a couple times where he is literally like ducking as he's trying to catch the ball to avoid hits. I don't know what's going on. It seems like he's been making a lot of business decisions. They even called it on the game today, a pass over the middle. Trevor throws a pick because Brian stops, and the safety is just standing there with the easiest interception ever. And that goes on the stats as a Trevor interception, but it's really like he made the business decision. He didn't want to get tackled, hit over the middle. So Liam Cohen addressed it in his press conference after the game, and we'll see what happens.
I don't want to bring this into a ginormous outbreak or rant or anything, but if this was Calvin Ridley, he would be all up in our faces, Zach, just talking about how many passes he dropped. But then when he does it, it's just like, oh, he's making a business decision. Everything's fine.
It's bad. It's soft. He's been playing soft. I'm saying it. He's been soft the first 2 games of the year. He's been playing very soft.
There's video evidence of Liam Cohen going, hey, hit him in the chest, and he waves him off with disrespect. If Cameron Ward would have done that, he would have got scolded for it.
And guess what?
It would have been the end of the world.
Trevor hits Brian Thomas in the chest the very next pass, and what does he do? He drops it. So what do you want him to do? Trevor throws a dime to De'Ami Brown in the corner for a touchdown. He drops it. He throws a pass a little bit too high. And then Liam said in his press conference, he said, I was fired up because we had just dropped a touchdown. We're trying to win the game. And he said, I'm fine with Trevor doing that. Me and Baker got into it a lot last year. That's just 2 competitors getting after it. So they're fine. Well, Mason wants to bring up one little clip.
Because you would have been dissecting it like crazy. You would have been dissecting it like crazy. Cameron Ward did that, and you know it. And but
your coach is at the door. Your coach has got about 4 more weeks left before he gets fired.
That's fine. I'm okay with that. But listen here. Maybe Brian Thomas Jr. needs to be playing laser tag, because right now I think Calvin Ridley has better stats than Brian Thomas Jr. does this season.
Oh my gosh. Are you sure about that?
Mason, the Titans are 0-2. I don't know if you have very much of a leg to stand on here.
They haven't even covered a spread yet. Don't you worry about covering a spread. Why don't you worry about kicking a field goal when you're down 30
I think that's all for our show today, everybody. I need to break these 2 up. This is going to get ugly pretty fast. Anybody else have anything they have any strong feelings about?
I got strong feelings.
There's a lot of strong feelings on this podcast. So happens all your teams lose in the same week.
It's true.
So we will shout out fantasy wins.
That's all I have.
Sometimes at the end of the weekend, it's all you can cling to. We will be back with our Best of the Rest series coming up on Thursday. We have some other. We will be back with all of our weekend preview stuff. We got some big games coming up. Another exciting weekend of football. So we are excited about it. We hope you join us here on Thursday, and we will see you then.